good afternoon po. So, let me share to you our facilities, the FPRDI, Herbarium, and Xylarium. Laboratories, the Center of Excellence in Wood Science and Technology in the country. So, this is the FPRDI, Herbarium, and Xylarium. So, this is the only Xylarium in the Philippines, internationally recognized as CLP in the Index Xylariorum by Stern. So when we say Xylarium, it is a collection of wood samples. So yung mga wood samples po namin is from the then Bureau of Forestry that was compared World War II. Next please. So let me give you historical background of our collection. It was established in 1900s to 1938 with 17,000 specimens, which are 2,500 are authentic samples of species wood specimens. So this is the largest and the most complete in the Far East. In 1941, duplicates of these specimens saved and deposited in the Division of Forestry Investigation at Las Cañas during World War. Then in 1954, the Forest Product Laboratory, which is now the Forest Product Research and Development Institute, took over the salvage and salvaged most of the wood specimens because some of them are highly damaged due to the bombing. Then we formed the nucleus of the standard working collection of the Forest Products Research Institute. And then on November 22, 1954, Felix Tamola and Ma'am Lumibio working plan for the standard working wood collection of the Forest Product Research and Development Institute. Then further build up of these wood specimens was done with Lagrimas, Palisok, Aragones, Escobin, and Pitargue. So let me show you what is a herbarium. It is a collection of dried specimen and pressed plant parts, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. So, a good herbarium specimen is with, if you have the flowers and the fruits, and also mga field notes such as date of collections, the location of the areas, and some important details during field works. So what is Xylarium? This is a part of a herbarium referring to wood specimen collections. In FPRDI, we have almost 29,000 wood specimens, and 1,330 of them are foreign woods. So we have trade other wood samples with other countries such as US, Mexico. Then there is a trade, and then we are also have about thousands of collection for distribution. So these mga wood samples, yung iba po nun ay dinonate namin sa Philippine National Museum para doon sa opening nila. Hopefully makikita niyo po yung mga wood samples na yun. So what are the other collections? We have non-timber forest products such as this one, yung mga ratans, and this one yan, mga twigs po yan, and we have also the forest vines. And then we have the bast fiber here. We also have few collections of ferns, seeds, and cycads. So what is the basic function of the facilities? First is identification center, and then it is an education facility for public, and it provides samples for museum and educational exhibits. Meron pong mga students that are visiting the herbarium and Xylarium, and in here we discuss yung mga uses of the woods, what are yung endangered, what are to be conserved, what are wood species that under CITES, and then we give some information. Yung minsan po yung mga natitrip sa amin is in grade 1 up to college level. So yung discussion, so yung lectures provided sa mga students ay based on their category. For education and tradings, we have there the appreciation of botanical diversity. We train staff for specimen handling, scanning, and database development. We also provide materials for teaching and provide internship and job opportunities for students. So meron po kami mga OJT, we also accept OJT and we train them on how to properly identify goods, how to properly preserve mga herbarium vouchers. This one po is, this is an identification lecture done in a panel industry wherein they are interested in how to identify woods kasi there is a need to identify what are the wood samples that are suitable for pallet. Yun. And what are the sources, so where can we get those wood samples? So for the education training, we expose students to systematic research. So when we say systematic research, there is a procedure on how we conduct wood identification. Here we use this little microscope. This is a xylotron, wherein when we put wood samples here, you can see the structure, anatomical structure of the wood samples. And this one, ito yung mga butas, these are the pores, these are the structures that we observe, so we can properly and accurately identify wood samples in the Philippines and even abroad. Not only yung mga trainings na i-conduct, but we also involved in R&D. So this photo shows a collaborative project with National Historical Commission of the Philippines. So we are identifying the wood samples used sa mga saints, tapos yung mga poste ng mga church, then yun, it actually involves on the restoration of historical landmarks and shrines in the Philippines. Actually, we have conducted wood identification in Cebu, in Bohol, the Baclayan Church, and then in Iloilo, the old COA building there. Yun. So, it is important that we have these skills so we can help in the restoration of our cultural heritage, mga landmarks. And also, we have worked also with UP Diliman Archaeological Studies Program with Jane Carlos there, and we rendered service to them, and we identify mga petrified wood shard, mga desiccated, mga waterlogged woods, wherein decades ago they are excavating those wood samples and bring it to FPRDI for wood identification. It is very important that we have also the scanning electron microscope, which is used to identify yung highly deteriorated wood samples. With this, we contributed we contributed in understanding the prehistoric and past human activities. So it is not just, we also rendered service dun sa mga rendered service in industries. This one is a photos of, this one is a plywood, photos of a plywood. We are hired, or we are tapped to identify wood samples used in plywood to determine their strength and what are the wood samples that are used in making lumber, in plywood, local or imported one. Then we are also involved in identification of wood samples dun sa mga marine industries. This is an ironwood used for boat propeller. It replaces yung metal dun sa propeller. So the strength property of this wood, this is mancono. Yan. This is mancono from hardest wood. Yan po. And then we also identify mga wood samples in mga industries such as yung mga jewelries and accessories where they used yung mga seeds and woods in necklace, and something like that. And then fruit trays and animals that are made out of twigs. So, ang pinaka-importante pong isang service rendered by FPRDI using the Xylarium and Herbarium is we face a court to certify the identity of a wood. This photo shows that nagkahanda po kami ng identification service together with DNR, NBI, and Custom. This is a legal dispute wherein yung mga logs, mga confiscated lumbers ay in-identify, so they can file case because these are illegally logged in the forest, and we identified this. Most of these species are deuterocars, which is under the under EO 23, yung illegal no cutting of logs from residual in forest. So another is this one. This wood identification team were able to solve legal cases in proper courts. This one case po siya wherein we certified that the wood samples are solid mahogany. They file a case because some of the parts of their furnitures are not solid mahogany. So for how many times or how many years the case was solved due to our certification. So with that, with the services that we rendered, we are nationally recognized by media and other publishing agencies. So this is the most recent article, 2007, August 3, 2017, wherein forestry experts IDs wood to preserve century-old Iloilo City Cover building. And this one, DOSTI's new materials for handicrafts. And then DOST wood ID system, vital in anti-illegal logging campaign. And also with that, we have published some books, mga raw materials and wood identification books. These are available in FPRDI. And for the conclusion, FPRDI, Herbarium, and Xylarium play important roles in research, education training, legal dispute, and wood-based industries. It is an important facilities that need to be maintained and treasured. So the future plans, rearrangement of samples following the UBG classification system, and digitization of the herbarium vouchers and computer-aided wood identification, as well as DNA fingerprinting of the wood specimens in the wood trees in the Philippines. And I think that's end my presentation. Thank you.